Hi everyone, this is Red. Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I'd mix up the video a little bit and talk about something that I've been seeing in the news over the last day or so. It's going to be just like more of a news sort of story, and I just discuss it and see what your thoughts are about it as well. So I'm going to give you an overview of it, and then I'm going to sort of talk to you about it, how I feel about it. So with that, let's get into it. What you're seeing, first of all, is Destiny 2 gameplay on the PC. So I hope you enjoy it. It's just something that you can look at while we sort of talk about the issue. So from here, the first thing I'm talking about in terms of this series is we're talking about this Jarvis from the FaZe community from Fortnite, and he's just recently received a ban. So for those of you who don't know, he's quite a popular YouTuber. He has currently 2 million subscribers, and basically what's happened from there is he was caught using an aimbot on a separate account and was banned, I believe, on that account and also his main account. So Jarvis obviously was quite upset about that, and he did put out an apology video, but he does show remorse in that, and he's quite upset, as you can understand. The thing is, too, he is on his YouTube channel or through another YouTube source, does show himself using the aimbot, which doesn't really help in that respect because obviously it is out there. So yeah, basically the ban hammer's come down, and obviously he's not too happy about it. So in the respect of this, oh, my voice just broke there. In the respect of this, I got to admit, from what I've sort of seen of it and what I understand of it, for the record, I am not a Fortnite player. I don't really play Fortnite at all, or at all. He may be remorseful, but I got to admit, I can't unfortunately side with him in this respect. What he's done is not only destroyed his own credibility. He's new to the esports scene from what it looks like, but he's basically dragged his name through the dirt, which is not good for him. So that's something that he has to deal with. But the problem with it is, I feel, is the fact that he just didn't seem to believe that he could actually be banned for doing what he did. And in that respect, I don't understand how he didn't think that he couldn't be banned for doing that, because one, he's really popular and he's well known. As I said, he's got over 2 million subs on YouTube. He's actually got about 500k subs on Twitch as well, which is not as large obviously as his YouTube account, but it's still a substantial amount. And basically what's happened is, with it all is, I just don't understand how he could basically not have seen that coming. A lot of people, including no less than Ninja, actually chimed in about the current situation, and Ninja seemed to sympathize with him a little bit and sort of said, well, you need people to advertise your game, and you need people to, like, your influencers to be showing the game and like giving it good PR and all that sort of stuff, because you don't thrive without your community, your main players, all that sort of stuff. And I have to unfortunately disagree there. I think while Ninja might have the good intention, you don't want a influencer, especially one with 2 million subs who only really plays Fortnite, is known on the community for Fortnite videos, and is an esports player for what seems to be like the FaZe team that he plays for, seems to be quite popular. I don't really know. I don't really follow esports. But like, I just don't understand how Ninja sort of sees or understands or thinks that it's okay for him to keep his account after that. I understand you want influencers to your game, but at the same time too, you don't want an influencer who is showing like how you cheat in a game. Like, it's one thing if it's a single player game, like, and you turn on God mode. Like you're only really cheating yourself there. But when it comes to an online game, like people want to play that game and not have to worry about someone who has an aim bot, for an example, which is exactly what this Jarvis used. That ruins the game for everyone. Like I understand too, like you might only deal with him for one game, like and then die immediately because he's using the aimbot. But that still puts a dampener on the experience. And for Ninja to think that that's all right because he's known on the platform for Fortnite is just a little bit bizarre in my respect. I just don't understand why he thinks that's a good idea. But you know, that's him. I'm sure he's going to be just fine. He won't receive too much flack for it. But I just, when I heard that, I just sat there and I go, how can you say that that's okay? Like, for yourself, I feel that, like, if you were the one caught doing that, like, the permanent ban hammer would come down on you, I feel, as well. Maybe not as harsh on Ninja because he's like the biggest Fortnite, or well, he's the most well-known Fortnite player. But nonetheless, what I'm trying to say is you don't want people who ruin your experience, and not only that, they advocate cheating on the platform. Now, what really does what really surprises me even more is the fact that Jarvis didn't think that that would happen. And I got to keep it real with you. I don't understand how you couldn't think that that would happen. Uh, the reason why I say that is very simple. Like, you're well known. Like, that's all it is to it. Like, if you think Epic Games or any game in that respect is not watching you, they're actually watching you probably more than anybody else because you're the one that draws in big crowds. You're the ones that brings the numbers in. The people come to watch you play, you know. They're gonna be watching you like a hawk. And despite the fact that you used a different account, it doesn't mean like they like in Epic's eyes, they're sitting there and go, okay, this dude is cheating on this account. What's to stop him from cheating on the other account? On his main account. Like, I had a little bit of a look into this as well, like for this video. Epic apparently has been dealing with cheating in championship or like popular or esport level competitive play for a while now. Like, they're always tackling it. And apparently, I think one team got caught with it. So, if you're at this Jarvis's level, like, of gameplay, you're like at the peak. There is so many people nowadays who want to get to his level. I want to be part of a team. I want to be world renowned. I want to make my living playing video games. And with that comes a certain level of responsibility. You need to stay in the good eye of not only your fans, because, they are your fans and they expect you to play well based on your skill, which is why they probably subbed to you in the first place. But not only that too, but to Epic, because Epic is the one that's given you the opportunity with their game, and they can take it away without a second thought. And I'm sort of glad that they did, because that's the type of person that you don't want advocating for your game. Should you bow down to a corporation like that? Probably not. But at the same time too, like, you have to understand that throughout your whole life, you've been told that cheating is not good, and despite what Jarvis says about it, he does say that he would never do it at a competitive thing, but that's his words. Like, it doesn't mean anything to me or to us going, oh, you'll never do that at competitive play, but you're doing it on a let's say, air quotes, social experience, when you're just sort of playing the game and chilling, that's not good. Still, despite the fact that it's not competitive, you're telling people you should never use an aimbot, but you're using one. And I know he has said that he thought that it would make good content, but like, why? It's not good content. It's just watching you win by. It's not even by circumstance. Like, you've prevented yourself from losing unless you get shot where you can't see the opponent. So, like, it's not good gameplay in my respect, because it doesn't show any skill. It's just showing someone that is pre-programmed to win. So I didn't understand how that worked out. I don't know what made him think that. So, and as I said before, you're taught from a very young age, like in school, that you should not cheat. You know, if you didn't learn it in school, then you're taught if you play sports. You know, you shouldn't cheat. It's about having fun and playing the sport or whatever it is, or competing and having a good time. And if you didn't get it from that, then your parents have always taught you that you should do the right thing and not do the wrong thing. So, you know, and not only that, now I know this Jarvis guy is young. I think he's still under the age of 18. And Ninja also stated that, you know, he's just a young guy that's made a stupid mistake. And yeah, I get that. Like, that's fine. Like, we all make mistakes. But if you didn't learn about cheating and doing the wrong thing from all the other things I just mentioned, video games for how long now? For how long have tried to crack down on cheaters and hackers and all that sort of stuff? Like, it's one thing, they can't really stop it on a single player game, but on an online multiplayer game, which is literally the biggest game currently, or one of the biggest games currently, and being in the public eye, like, you're not like me. Like, if I aimbotted in Fortnite, no one would care. No one would care except for Epic. So, you know, they take it very seriously, and they should, because they don't want that associated with their game. And I perfectly understand that, and I respect that. One, because I'm not a Fortnite player, so it doesn't really affect me whatsoever. And two, because any other game is the same. Like PUBG, I suppose Fortnite's biggest competitor does the same thing. Like, they don't want cheaters in their game. Like, people complain about hackers and people leave the game. And I understand that Epic, in terms of its size compared to PUBG, is, I wouldn't even be able to guess how many times larger it is. But, like, they don't want it because it kills their game. No one wants their game to be known as something that people just run around in and just hack and cheat and all that sort of stuff, and you can't get a decent game. No developer wants that. So, despite the fact that you're doing it for fun, no one wants to see that. Like, no developer wants to sit there and go, "Oh, our game's known for cheats and hacks." You know, I know Bethesda can sit there and do that, but their games are mostly single player. You know, and with, if you can call on Fallout 76 a online game or a game in general, like, they've put the ban hammer down. I mean, there's been some ban hammers for some ridiculous reasons, but they've put the ban hammer down. So, like, Jarvis, I mean no ill will towards you. I don't actually mean to upset you or anything like that. But I just find it hard to believe that you sit there and go, "Oh, I didn't think that would happen to me," and all that sort of stuff. You literally say it in the video that you are going to be banned on that account. You know, and given the fact that you are in the public eye, you are from what I can tell, quite a renowned esports player, quite a renowned Fortnite player. You are being watched more so than anyone else. You know, and that's what it comes down to. You are being watched. Like, just because you've made it to an elite level, you shouldn't underestimate that level to be taken away from you at any point. And that's the thing, you know. So, look, I hope, to be honest, that Epic maintains its decision and doesn't go back on it, because I really don't believe in, even for fun, showing that sort of gameplay on a multiplayer online sort of platform. On a single player, it's much different. As I said a couple of times throughout this video, you're only really cheating yourself. And if that's how you play the game, or if you've beaten the game and you just want to have fun, yeah, you can do that. It's only you that you're doing it to. And if that's how you enjoy playing the game, then more power to you. But, like, when you're dealing with an online game in which millions of people play, you don't want to mess with that. You don't want to ruin people's time. Like, it's just not on, and you shouldn't do it. So, you're right to believe that you got banned, because you did, and you bluntly, unfortunately, you should have been banned. And I'm glad that Epic doesn't condone it, even with popular players like yourself. You know, they got to hold themselves to a standard, and I feel like they've done that. So, Jarvis, again, like, no hard feelings, man. Like, I'm not trying to pick on you or anything like that, but I just found that a little bit hard to believe that you didn't think that you wouldn't get banned given the circumstances around the esports community, around gaming in general, and just overall throughout life. Like, you know, so I hope you find another game to play, mate. Like, I really do. Because you seem like you're good at online PC games. Like, you seem like you're quite a competitive player. So I'm sure there's a game out there for you that will take you. But just remember, man, not even for a joke, don't use an aimbot. You don't need to read the terms of service to know that if you're gonna cheat, then you're gonna get banned. Okay, people have been banned for less. If you need an example, there was a player who was banned on Fallout 76 for having too much ammo, and the only reason why he had it is because he played the game for 900 hours. You know, and they banned him for it, which is just hilarious because I can't see or can't comprehend anyone playing that game for 900 hours. So he must be Fallout 76's biggest fan, and they banned him for it, which is just ridiculous. So, yeah, take it how you can, take it how you will, but yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole story. So, yeah, if you like this video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for more. If you like the layout of the video, this is my first one. It's sort of me just sort of free talking. I was thinking about maybe writing up some scripts and all that sort of stuff for it, but I thought I'd just try a free flow, no real script, just have a few points to talk off. If you like that thought process where you sort of get my opinion more so than a news report, please let me know down below. And with that, I will see you next time. I'm out.